can I do as I move to a new location to live as my highest self?
Yeah, same thing we've been talking about all day long. What is true now? Knowing the answer to that question. And if you find when you get to your new place and you're unpacking your stuff that some of it doesn't feel like it fits, or like, why can't I find a place to hang this picture? Or why can't I find a place to put this thing? Really let that be alive in you. Let that be alive in you. Like, oh, maybe there's a damn good reason. Maybe it's okay to not want this anymore. Maybe it's okay to not hang this thing up or do this thing. Letting yourself feel into that is really important, because we have a sense that you had a big breakthrough. You may not even be aware of how big of the breakthrough was, but we sense a really big breakthrough in you. And that really big breakthrough person may not want your old stuff hanging around it. Well, a few months ago, didn't we tell you guys to go home and take something off the wall?
Yes.
Yeah. Go home and we said, go home and take a picture off the wall and see if you want to put it back up. And we didn't get much feedback on that tool, but we wonder if anybody did that. Did Mary George do it?
I did, but I was just going to say, you know, that is exactly, I'm really defensive about last week. You said, I can't believe you guys didn't do the homework. It's because last time you give us the homework and then you don't follow through with it.
Oh, you mean we don't bring it up again?
Yes.
Is it our job to bring up the homework again? Shouldn't you guys come to the meeting and say, I did the homework and this was my experience?
Well, you see, because you don't bring it up, then a lot of times you just shine it on. Like, well, we'll just let Randy do it and see how it goes.
Oh, wow.
I did do it. I had a lot of pictures up from a sort of former friend that I thought, what the hell? What do I still have her art up at my house for? And took it down.
Mm-hmm. And how did that feel?
Not all of it, but it felt good. But you know, of course, now it's in my garage. I don't know what to do with it. I don't want to just throw it away, or I gave one of them away.
Okay, so now it's Mary George's turn. So why don't you want to just give it away? Or
Throw it away.
Why?
I don't know, it feels kind of disrespectful, kind of.
Okay.
Wasteful. And they are actually, a lot of them are in good frames. I know somebody else would enjoy them.
Oh boy, service mentality.
Okay.
Right? That's a sneaky way service mentality pops up. I think someone else would like these, guaranteed. 7 billion people on the planet. Someone else would like them, right? So that's a guarantee. So that's not a good enough reason. So it's, what am I going to do about the fact that I think someone else would like these?
There's a lot of things, you know, it's wasteful, disrespectful, yeah, somebody else would like them. There's a lot of, you know, stuff that we get imprinted on, you know, being green in the environment.
Okay, so be really careful that you're using I statements, not we statements.
Yeah, yeah.
So I, you can own it. I have imprinting, right?
Yes.
So go forth and say it.
Yeah, so I have a lot of imprinting on, you know, being green and earth conscious. And,
sure. Yeah.
And then there's the whole, you know, yeah, there's a whole service mentality. If somebody else could use it or would like it, definitely.
Yeah. So what we're kind of, you know, on you about it, because this is important to see that as you look at this, each of those reasons is a reason to keep them, right? Mm-hmm. Good frames, we hear that. Frames can be expensive and they're handy to have around. Okay, good frames. Someone else would like them. It'd be disrespectful to give them away or throw them away. It'd be wasteful if I did. So all of those things are facts, and what you're doing is you're adding up your facts to equal a behavior, which is they stay in your garage. But the truth of the matter is, do they reflect your current truth? She's shaking her head no. You guys...
I was thinking, some of them definitely don't. And I almost never did like them.
Okay. So the reason...
You know what? Yeah. Service mentality, why I have them all, come to think of it. Because I gave her money for them. She needed money and I paid her for them. Throw them away as soon as I get home.
So what happens here is all of those were perfectly good reasons to keep them. You could get 1,000 people to agree with you, but none of them are your truth. Mm-hmm. Do you see the difference?
Oh, yes.
Do you guys, internet people, see the difference? How they can be perfectly good reasons. The twist ties, 350 twist ties. somebody else could use them, I don't want to throw them away, I don't know what to do with them, I better keep them, and just, you keep them out of, what is that? Not initiative, the other one, just
Lethargy?
lethargy, yeah. Just a sense of it's easier to keep them than not. Right? And
Absolutely. I had some things in my garage that I was gonna, what was I gonna do? I was going to, well, I mean, this is a green issue. There were chemicals that needed to be taken to blah, blah, blah. There were some things that I just couldn't seem to connect with the thrift people who come around. You know, I wasn't putting them out. And man, I had lethargy on that for at least a good 6 months.
mm-hmm.
They sat in my garage because I didn't have to step around them. So you're talking about putting something in the middle of the living room, so I'd have to step over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to really get in the face and see how you feel.
Well, and you know what would be really interesting is when you put something in the middle of the living room so you have to step around it and you recognize how much you like it, that's fun too. We're not saying that's not going to happen. We're saying that could happen as well. But if you're wondering whether or not you should keep something, put it someplace where you have to walk around it. You know, put it on the kitchen counter where you have to move it every single time you cook. And then you'll decide really fast whether you like the thing or you want to throw it out. And throw it out can mean donate. Throw it out can be put it on the street with a sign that says free on it. Throwing it out can mean, you know, taking it apart, keeping the frame and recycling the art. It can mean a lot of things. You don't have to just be like, you know, a tornado went through your house. This is conscious culling. Conscious culling. We really like that example, Mary. Thank you for bringing it up, because that sense of, you know, every single reason you gave us was perfectly damn good and none of them reflected your truth.
It reflects my greediness. It reflects my service mentality.
Maybe that's more like it. Do you guys like that one? We like that one.